Thank you everyone for joining us for our final day of the festival. We have our awards ceremony tomorrow. Thank you guys for submitting your films to the festival and being here with us today. Can I just get you to introduce yourselves, your film, and your role in the film as well?
Okay, my name is, I don't know how you say English, Bryce, B-R-I-C, Fournier. I'm French, and I'm the actor of Two Tickets that you saw in the beginning. I'm a French actor. And should I extend or presentation or
Yeah, just sell yourself,
Sorry?
Sell yourself. You're not
Sell myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm known in France for like a very stupid TV series, so that's far away from what I usually do, and it's not too bad. It's not that bad. No, it was as far as the Two Tickets, it's a weird experience because the director Mazen is comes from Syria, but he lives in Sweden, next to Sweden, Denmark. Thank you. He's a refugee. Actually, he's a refugee in Denmark, and this guy wrote the story, and he came to me in Paris, and he doesn't speak a word of French, and his English is not that good. You probably experienced it, right? Okay. I don't know what pushed him, and I love the experience. It was very interesting.
What was it like watching Kambili's film, Shaping Us?
Sorry?
What was it like watching the feature film afterwards, Kambili's film?
To me, it sounded like a Nigerian Bergman movie.
Oh.
I don't know if you had the...
High praise.
I was Swedish kids, that's why I know Bergman. That's like close an apartment, and it's like an action movie in a room. It's passionate. I think it's very. I really liked it, and the actors are great, all of them. It's a pleasure to. It's a real pleasure to watch it. Yeah, I really liked it, and. I don't know Nigeria. I discovered some interactions. It's universal and then it's local at the same time. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
And can I get you to introduce yourself as well?
Sure. I'm Kamili Ofili, and I'm a filmmaker for Shaping Us. I was the writer, director, and lead actor. And we actually have another actor in the house from the film. She played Zainab Z. Uzomaka. Please come.
Come on down, big time for Uzomaka. Come on, Zainab. Keep clapping, keep clapping.
Welcome. Can you introduce yourself as well?
Hello, my name is Uzomaka Anyuno, and I play Zainab in Shaping Us, directed by Kamili Opili. Yeah.
And can I ask, what was the driving force in getting your film made?
The main thing was, my sort of background had nothing to do with film. And I kind of, maybe like a version of midlife crisis where you're just like, what have I done that I want to do in my life? And I really wanted to act. And once I kind of figured that out, I felt like there was nothing in my life that showed, like if I went to present to someone else, like please hire me to act, they wouldn't give me a chance because I didn't have anything. So I thought I'll create the opportunity myself. So that was the driving force. It was like the birthday present to myself. That I would create something to give myself that opportunity. Yeah.
And a question I can ask for all of you: what were the challenges, if any, when creating the film, being in the film?
Challenges.
Answer.
I could repeat the question. So what were the
What were
challenges?
challenges? Any challenges when making a film?
I mean, there were different levels of challenges, and they keep happening. Like even today, like sharing the film with so many people that I know, it was a moment. But outside that, I think at every point I had to stretch myself, get past imposter syndrome. Like that couldn't even be a real thing for me at every single point. So there were so many challenges. Like we'll be here till tomorrow if I was trying to like list it all out.
Well, making a film is it's never-ending challenge. Anyway. Money or not money, and the good side about this is if you don't have the passion, you won't get there. It's a filter.
One of the questions that we ask at BAF with all the filmmakers and creators over the years, if you had 10 times the budget, would you have done the film any differently?
Oh yes.
How so?
Yes.
How so?
I mean, it'll be more technical stuff. I think the story, it was just the story that I needed to tell first. It was the story that I think was most recent in my mind. But if I had more money, I think everything would have just been a little bit less rushed, for sure. We would have taken our time and had more fun with it. Yeah, and felt less pressure. Yeah. Yeah.
A question that I've stolen from a manual from last year, but I actually found really interesting, is why BAF? What does it mean to you to submit your film to BAF, to be here, all of you?
Oh, me? Oh. Well, I just saw the films today, and it's how could I put that?
So,
There's a trend. There's a trend from what I saw today in towards the feelings, and almost every movie is like close environment and things happening inside between each other, and strong things, really strong things. That's actually a challenge for me the tonight because it's very moving. Everything is very moving. I'm a father of 5. I'm a son. I'm a husband, and I lost a brother. So everything. When you see things happening between each other, feelings, you always, when it's well made, which was the case tonight, it moves you. And it was not easy tonight for me actually to watch all these movies. But at least you if you get moved, you keep something from it, and it's enjoyable.
I think for me, it was the cultural aspect, like feeling like the festival, similar to him in a way, to be honest, feeling like the festival was about movies that had heart. It's not to say other festivals don't, but it was less about big action and more about like people. And that's the story I was telling, so it felt like a fitting place.
Can I pass the question over to you?
Oh, but I submitted it. Do you want to?
No, not really. She's the producer, director, so she submitted and I should have.
what's it like to work with Kambi, to be honest?
Oh my goodness, it was, no, I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not saying it because she's here, but she's one of the most passionate people that I've met. And I was able to be Zainab because she directed it, to be honest. And she was very open, very honest, and she gave room to the actors to explore and just be themselves and try to find the characters within themselves. She's an actor's director, so she wasn't imposing, she was so open, and that really helped me to be Zainab in the way that I was. This is my first time watching the film, and I'm so proud. I'm just genuinely proud. I'm so thankful that I got to do it with you.
Back to Session Time. So I was just going to ask one more question too. I'm guessing it's going to be shown in Africa at some point, this film. What plans have you got theatrically after London?
Actually, it will probably be like a private screening. The real target is streaming platforms. It's my preference because I feel like this is a slow burn movie and it's more about discussion. So I want to kind of be invading people's homes, invading people's like dinner dates with friends. And that's why I feel like the movie would really thrive and like do its thing. So that's the real direction. And with that, it's more an international play as opposed to just Nigeria.
So when you get reactions from the audience to your film, is that just as important? Because obviously when you stream a film, you don't get audience reactions. What's kind of your view on that?
If I'm being very honest, I don't need the reactions. Like, I don't need to see it. As long as it means something to people personally, I think that's more important. Because it meant something to me personally. I feel like if anyone has a better conversation with a friend, or has a better conversation with a parent or child because of it, then it's done its thing. I don't think I need to see it for it to be real. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add some things. She said the word passion. I think that's what it is. That's what makes movies. As far as Mazen, my director of Two Tickets, the guy shows up with just passion. He shows up in Paris, doesn't speak French. He doesn't know anybody. I mean, he finds money, he finds help, he finds a producer, and it's just passion of moving the pyramids, I think. And it's great. That's why this passion is brought into the cinemas, and that's why it moves people, I think.
I want to ask for all three of you. You kind of already answered it already, but what's next for you?
You'll get money, that's for sure.
Amen to that. Nobody's complaining. Actually, Shaping Us is going to become a limited series, so that should be fun. Yeah, it should be really fun. Yeah, but then exploring other things as well, have other things in development. Yeah.
A series gives you more room to tell the story. Yeah.
What's next for me? Playing Zainab in the later series. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to exploring other characters and just continuing to do film, continuing to do other beautiful characters like Zainab, and hopefully collaborate more with her in the future. Yeah, that's it.
And how about you, Bryce?
Me? I'm what you call hyperactive, so I have a big family, a restaurant, I'm writing a book, cooking book. I'm doing tons of things. Tiring my environment. I went to see Bill Burr yesterday. Who knows Bill Burr? The stand-up comedian in American.
Oh, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
I saw him last night I don't know why I'm saying that, I loved it. So last night in Paris was really, you see guys filling stadiums in the US, and then yesterday was a room that this big. It was amazing. Wow. If you see Bill Burr in London, go see him.
So before we throw it to the audience, what would it mean for Shaping Us to win an award tomorrow night?
Oh, wow. I mean, it will be very affirming for sure. It'll be nice, it'll be a privilege. Yeah?
Okay, questions from the audience, comments, thoughts on what you've seen, don't be shy. Must have something to say.
Can I just say something before they ask questions? Actually, no, ask and then I'll say after. So I don't taint your...
Typical director. Yes. Can you bring the mic nice and loud for me?
Hi, my name's Nana Onuba, and congratulations on all of you on that stage. I mean, gosh, it's no mean feat to have an idea and see it come to life in this way, so well done. I was curious, what was the inspiration for the story?
It was, I think, the environment I was in, myself as well. I have a daughter. I think in hindsight, I may have had a bit of postpartum. And then just kind of the experiences of people around me. I felt like, not specifically, but I just felt, I was very curious about the fact that when a couple get married, they're excited, they start having kids or wanting to have kids, if it slows down, immediately it's like, oh, I'm gonna get checked if you're a girl, like you're the woman. And it's not a, we are going to get checked, it's a, oh, the girl is going to get checked. And then after you've gone down that road for a while, then we explore the idea of it might be the guy as well. And I was really curious about that, like that way that we just assume. And when I started doing the research, it's actually equally likely that it's the man or the woman's fault. So that really kind of egged me on. And then it started off almost like for women, like it's both of us that are the problem. But then I realized when I was making it that it was more, I felt really sorry for the guys, because it means they don't actually get to have space where anyone holds space for them if you end up in that situation. So that was kind of how it like evolved, the main two stories. But then the rest as well, like there were so many different, it was very reflective of my environment, let's just say. Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that.
Anyone else? Yes.
Hi, Cam.
Hi, Liv.
I just wanted to say as well, you completely disappeared for me in this movie. Like, you weren't Cam, which was incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I wanted to say at the beginning portion of the movie, I found it so stressful that there was no music playing at the dinner party. Just wanted to know, obviously I'm sure that was like intentional to create the sort of tension. Then I also wanted to ask, do you play music at your dinner parties? Or is it, no?
No, it's actually a great point. I think that particular moment was more around being awkward because we were starting to drive into this place where Z just kept trying to bring the mood down. And we wanted to really make it feel uncomfortable that like these secrets were starting to pop. So that was the intention there, just kind of making it feel like you almost feel like you're invading a private space and you shouldn't really be there listening to them and their awkwardness.
Do you play music at your dinner parties?
All the time.
We have a question.
Right, mic coming to you now, sir.
I have to ask because I saw another Nigerian film last week that had a few of the same actors in it. I have to ask, did you guys walk off the same set? It was to the next one. I saw The Weeknd with, it had Uzomaka in it, it had, yes.
Gucci and James.
Exactly. So was there something that happened around that period? And also, sorry for the French actor, Bryce. Yes. Bryce, you seem like you said you were doing something a little silly previously. It seems like from a comedy background. What was it like switching to do something much more serious?
Oh, I think it's the same difficulties. It's pretty much the same actually. You have to, Dutch people is the same. It's not, I wouldn't say hard, but it's as much a challenge as having people laugh. I think it's the same. Laughing, both of them are all about rhythm. I think the rhythm of actually the director, which I'm working with in the TV series in France, is a musician. And sometimes I see him like he's shooting and he has the helmet and he closes his eyes, just the music of and he makes comedies like that, just playing music. The dialogues are musical, and he's doing so good that other channels trying to copy the thing. It doesn't work because nobody gets that sense of the rhythm. And I think Dutch people are, either way, it make them sad or happy, or it's a matter of, I don't know, rhythm. What do you think?
Making people sad and happy.
Yeah, your movies have a lot of rhythm to it, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you asking me about comedy?
Well, now that you mention it.
But I think I get what you mean. Like, you still have to be honest and connect for people to get your jokes. It has to feel authentic. So I get what you mean.
It's known in the movie business that if you want to make people laugh, you got to do it seriously.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes to the same point at the end. Good question, though.
And do you play music at your dinner parties?
Yeah, I'm a music addict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to see my old friends.
Okay. It's complicated.
About two little friends.
Anyone else?
There was a...
Oh, about the similarities of
Ladies first.
using the same actors. I'll come to you and then I'll come to you. Do you want to answer this one?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they were great. I was promoting them after they finished from my set. It was literally like, if anybody was saying anything about acting, I'm like, my cast was amazing. They were great. So, yeah, it wasn't, how many months between? I think when you guys filmed with me, it was the same year anyway.
Yeah, because we did yours first.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I was like, yeah. But yeah.
Hi, I'm going to say thank you guys first for putting such a beautiful show. Very emotional, very inspirational. And I speak from a personal space because I went through infertility. And yes, my in-laws, it was always pointing fingers at me. And when the investigations, my friend brought me here tonight, by the way, Lillian, I don't even think she knows my story. But anyway, it's always the woman's fault until we did investigations. Yes, I was infertile, but it was also both, on both sides. And when it was then found out that it was actually not just me, it was both of us, my in-law suddenly sank into the chair. So yes, it's a beautiful thing to share our stories. And I think Michelle Obama says, when we start sharing our stories, then we'll start healing. So thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing.
Hello, good evening. I just wanted to say thank you very much. It was a very good story, and I found it very captivating. It had a soul, and it was really very engaging. So it was not one of those movies where from the beginning you knew what was going to happen at the end. And apologies, I think we were disturbing you because of the movie, because we're all, just brainstorming to say, no, this happened here, no, what does this mean, no. And it was nice to be wrong, as the movie was going on. So very well done. It was soulful, it was captivating, and it was very engaging. Very well done. And I think that you just might be onto something. So I would recommend that you have a niche for yourself in this regard, and you may just be up to something. Stay with it. Stay on that course.
Thank you. Cam, hi. This was amazing. I'm so proud of you. You're incredibly talented, and I'm just so proud to be your friend, your colleague, and it's amazing to see this come to life. You're incredible. I do have a question though. I couldn't help but notice that you played many roles in this film. You were the producer, you were the writer, the director, an actor. And I know you played a lot of these roles for the first time. Like, it's hard to believe all of this is all of these roles for the first time. It's hard to believe it's your first film. Which felt most natural for you, and which of those roles would you lean into more going forward?
I like this question. I can tell you what didn't feel natural, and it still doesn't. I don't want to be a producer. So if anybody wants to produce it with me, like, please.
That's where the money is.
I know what. I don't mind. Yeah, I definitely am not a natural producer. I just wanted to act, and I'm still stuck producing. But you know what? I really enjoyed the writing, the direct. I wanted to act, so I wrote. The writing was fun. It really taught me patience to sit with it, get into it, not rush the story. So I really appreciated that. And the directing took me by surprise because I just realized I was a control freak. I wanted to tell the story the way I wanted to tell it, and I didn't really want to relinquish control yet. And I enjoyed that too because I found really amazing actors that just embodied the character. So those three, I think, are the magic three for sure. But I would explore doing one at a time as opposed to trying to do it all at the same time.
So now that you've gone through the whole producing and directing, don't you think it will be easier next time around?
I would definitely do it again. Sorry. I would definitely do all three again.
Okay.
But I also would explore doing one at a time.
I have proof that your movie is excellent. I have proof. I think at one point towards the end I was begging for the happy ending because I was in tension. I was tense by the film. If it goes bad somewhere, that'll be, be a bad night for me. The happy ending was a gift, relief, and so that's proof. Is it?
Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it.
And what you said earlier, comparing your film to Birdman, what's it like to hear feedback like that? When you're comparing your film to a film with Michael Keaton of all people in it?
I'll be honest, I haven't watched it.
You should.
Okay. I got the feeling when you said it. It's humbling, to be honest. It's really humbling. I know I'm going to sound a bit preachy, but I just think it's my platform and I can do what I want. And I'll just say that to get here, and anyone that came here for me, I'll say it now, thank you so much. I know what it means that you showed up. Thank you. It means so much to me. And what I was going to say is, I told everybody that was coming for me to dress up. And in a way, it's like an analogy for what I did because I was fully manifesting what I wanted to see. And I think when you hear things like that, it affirms the fact that when you manifest what you want, it's real, So I hope that one day you guys are going to remember this moment when I'm in the Oscars and be like, you were there for the first of many. But honestly, thank you for indulging me.
And when you win that Oscar, we'll play that VT because we're filming it as evidence. But I'll take two more questions.
I have a question actually. Are they known in Nigeria, the actors? Because they're all really good.
Oh yes, they're known. They were asked if you guys were known. Some are known and some are about to be very known.
Oh yeah, I can assure you. How's the market there, the movie market in Nigeria?
I think it's coming up really strong. Like if
nice.
you know about Afrobeats, I think we're heading in the same direction.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, great.
Nollywood to the world.
Yes.
So, congratulations on your movie. It was absolutely beautiful. I think you explored a lot of different themes. I think that's what I found actually quite amazing about it because there were just very, very deep themes that you were just somehow you wove together really beautifully. So well done and congratulations. And, you've inspired me by you just saying that there was something you wanted to do and you didn't think you had things in your past that you could try and convince someone to let you do it. So you decided to create a stage for yourself. That's such a powerful statement, and it would stay with me. I have to say, I noticed that there was just a lot of beautiful African hair. Was that intentional? Natural hair. Like I was just like, and I love the fact that Max at the end came and said, I've joined the natural hair gang. I noticed that and I was like, was that intentional? I really want to know.
God bless you. I feel like there are so many things we cared about making that film that when you watch it, you'll find little treasures. And that's one of them that we didn't really expect anyone to notice the first time around. So I appreciate that. And it was intentional because we weren't trying to be preachy about it, but it was this subtle message of our hair is good enough that I needed. I needed that. So it was really like a love letter to myself for it's good to see your hair on screen, in all the different forms, not just in a particular way. So thank you.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was intentional. Yeah.
And something that would be all natural hair.
Right, one last question. Let's make it a good one. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, really happy to be here, and yeah, very well done. I don't know, it's not really a question, it's kind of a comment, but in just following up on the theme about the last question, or was it a comment? I can't remember, sorry. About hair and how you touched on different things, but I'm not sure if you were here at the start when we had the scene where your character is injecting herself for IVF, and there was an audible gasp in the audience. Just the stars from all of that, and yeah, I guess I just wanted to let you know that people saw and felt what you were trying to portray in that moment, and yeah, it's really beautiful, and just to draw our attention to things that you might otherwise not think about or overlook. So thank you.
Thank you.
How many days of shooting?
We were filming for 16 days.
16 days.
Yeah, 26.
So you know why I'm asking. This means that they had to redo the hair every morning.
Yes, and those clothes became uniforms. There were multiple. It was literally a uniform. Everybody had more than one because we were in the same outfits for many days. Yeah.
Right, so before we wrap it up, Annie, obviously you've been part of the festival throughout the year. We've been in Rich Mix over the weekend. You spent the last couple of days in Genesis. One more day to come tomorrow. And then this time last week we were in Halifax in Yorkshire. Just sum up the festival for everyone.
Put me on the spot. I think the festival was just a great place to just bring lots of people from around the world together. I think this year we had about, was it 21 countries?
22 nations.
22. All come together in one place. Yeah. Just all come together and just really embrace each other and watch each other's art, each other's babies, each other's talents. So I just think it's just beautiful to see everyone. Even like when we network and things like that, it's just a really humbling experience as well, just to know that we're all here together.
Okay. And on that happy, positive note, ladies and gentlemen, please thank Uzumaka, Kambili, and Bryce.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.